Hello.
Hi, hello Hiten. It's so nice to have you here on Queer
Thank you
Academia.
so much. Thank you. Thank you.
And we just want to tell you that we are all in awe of your courage and just your self expression. It's very freeing to see you be yourself on Instagram. And we were really looking forward to having you here. So, just for our
Thank you.
viewers, right. Just for our viewers, Hiten is an artist, a gender fluid artist, and a designer, performer, so LGBTQ social media influencer, and uh, and a free bird, as you can see.
Yes.
And so let's start with that. Let's start with the word
Yeah,
free bird.
I want to just get ready. I
Yeah.
want to, I planned it that, I will dress up in front of the audience, just to send this message that me being a male, even I can wear makeup and even I can wear any kind of like accessories and jewelry, just to,
Yeah.
send this message. Hi guys, here I am getting ready in front of you guys, and for you, yes, and for myself as well. Yes.
How
I
lovely
hope
is that?
you all are doing good. I think I also keep telling about myself. So, guys, my name is Hiten Noonwal, and I am a gender fluid performance artist. Gender fluid, it means that I am not bound with my gender identity. I can wear anything that I want. So it's not like if I am a man and I have to wear a shirt or a t-shirt. I can wear jewelry, the way you see me right now. So I can wear anything, and it's not only me, even you can wear anything that you want. And we are here in this world to make this world a better place. And how can we make this world a better place when we can do whatever we want? Yes,
Well, thank you for that. When you said you can wear whatever you want, I felt myself feeling free because being a girl in India, I mean, no, everybody, all genders are sort of told what to wear and how to be. And it's music to my ears when I hear someone say, be whatever you want." So
yes.
thank you for that. And you look lovely. And
Thank you.
should we begin the interview?
Yes, you
If
can
you're
ask me.
ready.
I just need to clip. I just need to clip it. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, okay. We'll wait for you to clip it. It's a delightful experience right here. So we'll wait.
Yes.
There, there you are. You refer to yourself as a free bird, and I wanted to begin there. What does the word free bird define about you? What does it mean to you?
Free means that you have been in the cage first. You have lived there in the cage, then you know what it means, to be in the cage. And then you have broke the cage, and now you know what it means to be free. And I mean, I was in the cage of society, cage of stereotypes, and now I have broken it up, and finally I am free. I am out of that cage. It doesn't affect me anymore. And this cage is people say that it's given by the society. No, this is wrong. The cage that you think is surrounded by you, that is your own cage. You have built it up for yourself. You can break it at any point that you want to. So there's no cage, it's just a feeling. If you want to feel free, you can feel free anytime. So I took a lot of time to feel free. And this transformation, this was always happening actually. But this happened the most during my master's when I did my master's degree from NIT because everyone was so accepting. They were so accepting. They accepted me the way I am. So there was never a single day or never a single hour when they have said anything or humiliated me for being the way I am. So this is how I got my freedom. And yes, this is the meaning of freedom or free bird to me.
That's lovely. So, you said that part of the journey was coming to terms with your own freedom and claiming it. personally,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
other thing was that you were in an environment where you were supported. So
Yes.
do you think both are important, or if somebody who's perhaps very independent but is surrounded by people who don't support him, what should they do to really claim
I
their
think
freedom?
both are exactly. I mean, it's very important, but I have sorted it down in three stages. Three stages. Okay. First stage is self-understanding. When we try to understand who we are, why is this happening to us? Why are people saying this and that? And what is this that is happening to us? So we try to understand ourselves. And in this phase, we also try to change ourselves. Maybe the people, whatever people are saying, maybe they are right and maybe I am wrong. So let's try to change. But we finally understand ourselves. Oh, this is who I am. And then second stage is acceptance. Then you accept yourself. And in this stage, others like people contribute. In the acceptance, your acceptance, because we all are influenced by a lot of people. The self acceptance that I have, it was, I won't say that कि मेरे खुद ही किया मैंने सब कुछ. I had a lot of people who supported me, a lot of like teachers at my college, a lot of friends, and obviously not during my school time because it was the worst time, but I have been accepted by a lot of people, and they could help me to accept myself. So this is the second stage, and the third stage that comes. This is a very revolutionary stage. It's a revolution where you express yourself without any worry, without anything. You freely express yourself and you don't care what will people say, to you on your face or on your back. So it doesn't affect you because you're simply expressive, and you're expressing yourself. And that stage is also, this is also very elevating, because you know that everyone has to die and everyone will die one day. So you don't have to worry about, you can freely express. So these are the three stages that, I see it as. So it takes time, but for sure, others, like people in a negative or in a positive way, they play a major role, both of these people.
Yeah, right. So, when did the third stage happen for you? Because I'm sure we're not all born with that kind of confidence. So, how do we build it?
It started with me when I was in class six. That time it started, but it is still, modifying itself. There are a lot of integrations to my artwork and to my expression, and it has all. I mean, my education has also affected a lot because I mean I have done my schooling from KV. Before that, I was in Sarvodaya Vidhalaya, then Kendriya Vidhalaya, and then College of Art, and then NIT, and then I have worked with a lot of designers and in the fashion industry. So all these things they add on to our personality. So it is never a point where we can reach and we say I have reached here. So it is like the step you take slowly, slowly. So all this started when I was in sixth class because I was all left alone because people considered me as an alien, as somebody who is very strange and peculiar because of the way I was, because the way I act. I mean, I don't, the way I was different. I mean, I don't know how was I different, even now I'm just thinking because they considered that you are different. And they were like, इसके साथ मत बैठो, इस जैसे ही बन जाओगे, अजीब से ऐसे करोगे. All these activities. They would also say, do not have lunch with him, do not play with him. So I was all sitting alone. I had no friend. I was having my lunch alone while others have groups, and pairs. So उस time से ही then I thought, maybe this world is not for me. तो मैं अकेले
Hmm.
ऐसे सोचता रहा, बहुत सोचा मैंने. And then I was sitting alone under the tree at my school. I still remember that location. And then I thought maybe, maybe I'm not at the right world. Maybe I am at another dimension. कोई और दुनिया होगी मेरी. तो मैं ऐसे ही सोचता रहा, and then I started observing things. How are people playing? How are they talking? लोग कैसे भाग रहे, चिल्ला कैसे रहे, बोल कैसे रहे playground में. या lunch वाले time पे how are people talking to each other, या how is teacher reacting, with the students. So I was just observing things around me, and also how is nature growing, स्कूल में जो पेड़ पौधे कैसे ग्रो कर रहे हैं, how are people cutting them, कट करके, यानी कभी नए नए पेड़ बो दिए, and if we after a lot of holidays, तो grasses बहुत बड़ी होती है, लोग काट रहे होते हैं, I was noticing all these things, and even animals and birds. और मेरे स्कूल में बहुत सारी गिलहरी थी, so they were very friendly. आसपास अभी भी I think they are very friendly, creatures. They come near and they play with you. कुछ खाने का, खा कुछ खा लेंगे, some things like that. And also there were sunflowers in my school. Even that has influenced me, even my artworks. So even in my artworks, I have used sunflower as a metaphor, and I have personified my characters as inspired by sunflowers. So अकेला बैठे बैठे यही सब चीजें देख रहा था. Then I did not know, but I started drawing, on the back page of my notebook. And then I started drawing अलग-अलग चीजें, स्कूल की बिल्डिंग को ड्रॉ कर दिया. And my school was in Pitampura, Delhi Pitampura, and there is TV tower. TV tower is very near to my school, so we can see, that big TV tower, that big structure. So I used to draw that. I even now I can draw it because I have drawn it a lot when I was sitting alone, and even my school building and the plants and everything. So this improved my drawing skills because I was practicing. I did not know that I this is art. मैं बस बैठ के ऐसे ड्राइंग कर रहा था कि क्या ही करूँ, अकेले बैठ के. And then I also started writing कुछ कुछ poetry लिख दिया या कुछ भी लिख दिया, and I have a lot of dreams, so I also write my dreams. ऐसे ही I was just expressing myself. I did not know that I'm creating art. And sixth class, seventh, eighth, ninth class. So classes ऐसे ही जाती रही, and I was doing all that. And I was also participating in nearby groups like let's say a small drama in my neighborhood or a dance competition. I was always very active for all these things. And in my ninth class, I thought let's participate in school competitions. Then I participated, and it was a poster making competition and slogan writing and painting competition, also model making. At Kendriya Vidhalya, they have social science exhibition where you have to, make models. So ये सब चीजें मैंने की, and my model got selected for cluster level, regional level, and then national level. There are two stages for the model. And other than that, I got first prizes in poster making, painting, and slogan. And I was like, oh my God, wow. So I
Yeah.
could find, the escape as well as my home in my art. So, this
Yeah.
is how, I mean, there was not a sudden change. This is how it is changing. Initially, it was drawing, then it becomes painting, and then poetry. Now it has become performance, and now it has add on, with the music and makeup, and the accessories, headgear, costumes. I create a lot of costumes. I create various characters, and I also do my self-portraits. So yeah, this is what it has become now, and I'm still improving. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a never-ending process. And I also want to add, I'm doing all this because now I know the purpose of my life, that I have to spread the awareness for the people like me. I mean, not just like me, people like me means people who are considered different in our society. I have to spread awareness for them. That that everything that I have faced in my school time, no one else should face it. And that's why I am doing all of this, because I know that, it doesn't matter what you wear, it doesn't matter actually. People say anything, doesn't matter. We can actually bring a good change. So मुझे अब ये बात पता लग चुकी है. And I also know anyone can die at any point. So I don't need to think about the people who are going to die. You know, even
Exactly.
if they, even if they would live forever, I don't care because I know that I have to spread my words, spread the message for equality, acceptance.
That's wonderful. I feel congratulations to you for how far you've come. And what I'm hearing from your story is, I mean, you must have felt alienated and isolated, but you did not abandon yourself in the end. When there was nobody around you, you tapped into your own personalhood and your own resources, and you found companionship in your art, which is a form of you, right? Because you talk about personifying your art, so you put in a lot of yourself into your art. And I mean, I think your art is you and you are your art. And a lot of our viewers from the community, I feel, would have gone through some kind of alienation in some point in their lives. And that's where
Yeah.
I think it becomes important to befriend the self. So when I hear you, I hear a lot of self acceptance, and you also talk about, this idea which we also study in psychology, is that you will never arrive upon oneself. You keep evolving. So what do you have to say about that process? Like, how have you changed from when you were younger? And is I mean, because it's also synonymous with gender fluidity, because the word fluid itself is
Yes.
actually the nature of humanity. It's not just one community.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how is can you explain gender fluidity in terms of what it means for us humans in general?
I would say, that gender fluidity means that you are not bounded by any gender. You can express yourself in any which way you want. Gender fluidity is breaking stereotypes. I mean, you are a girl, you have long hair, and I mean, this is what usually society will accept. But this is your choice. It's your choice. You can have long hair, short hair. So, similarly, it should be a choice for a male as well. Me being a
Right.
male, I have long hair. People keep telling me, "Ke baal kaat lo, you are a guy, and wear shirts, wear this, wear that, don't do makeup. So these are the stereotypes. किसने बोला makeup नहीं कर सकते? I mean, I am a visiting faculty at various design colleges, fashion design colleges. I teach fashion history, and I know makeup is started by male. Even hairstyles, wigs are started with the male, and even high heels and leggings and corset and whatnot,
Yeah.
dances, everything is started with the male. If we have all, I'm not saying that males have started it. I'm just saying any human can do anything. Why do we need to, put them in a box? ये नहीं कर सकते, वो नहीं कर सकते. And it also takes me to the, this heroic images that we see in our series and the movies. How do we see guys? We see guys, like gym body हो गई, या फिर they are maybe, very like boyish and maybe, I mean, very manly elements. That is, manly elements, I would say, elements that are considered manly according to the stereotypes. They short haircut करेंगे, short पहनेंगे, ऐसे रहेंगे. So this is the heroic image that we see everywhere. So this needs to be breakdown because, if there are two people, one is me, and if there is somebody else, another guy, short hair, and very heroic image that we see in serial and movies. तो अगर दोनों में से पूछा जाए इनमें से कौन अच्छा है कौन बुरा है, people won't take a second, they will say मैं बुरा हूँ. बिकॉज मेरे बाल लंबे हैं तो मैं ड्रग्स लेता होगा, ऐसे सोचेंगे लोग कि मैं बहुत ड्रिंक करता होगा, और मैं पता नहीं क्या सिगरेट पीता होगा, एंड दे विल कंसीडर हिम वेरी हीरो. इमेज वैसा क्रिएट कर लिया ना. So, we need to break it down. I mean, where is freedom? तो मुझे तो यही लगता है, that we as humans, we can do anything. We can literally do anything, and we should all understand. We are not just, I mean, this is not my space. This home, my home, is not my space. Delhi or India or the entire world, Earth is not my space. Our space is the entire universe. I really, really, consider butterfly theory as one of the most, appropriate inspiration for myself. बटरफ्लाई थ्योरी के अकॉर्डिंग ये होता है, अगर एक बटरफ्लाई यहाँ पे अगर पंख फड़फड़ाएगी तो उसके पंख फड़फड़ाने से जापान में भूकंप आ जाएगा. Because we are connected with the space. हवा, like I give a very small example. एक इस रूम में अगर मैं बंद हूँ, कोई दरवाजा खोलेगा ना तो पर्दा हिल जाएगा. किसी ने पर्दे को छुआ नहीं है, लेकिन हवा से पर्दा हिल जाएगा. और वो हवा तो पूरी यूनिवर्स में है ना. वो एनर्जीज भी, दिस एनर्जी इज देयर इन द एंटायर यूनिवर्स. तो पूरा यूनिवर्स हिल सकता है हमारे एक मूव से. you know.
Hmm.
So we as human, we are very powerful. We are creatures, anything living or non-living things. तो मुझे तो ये बात समझ आ चुकी है, तो
Hmm.
मुझे नहीं लगता कि I have to be think कि नहीं हम ये नहीं कर सकते वो नहीं कर सकते. I mean we born and we die. The time that we have in between that we can stay happy and we can do
Hmm.
whatever we want. तो मुझे तो ये बात अच्छी तरह समझ आ चुकी है कि मैं कुछ भी कर सकता. I am free. you know
True.
so and
Yeah.
मैं यही बोलना चाहूंगा लोगों को भी guys, you can do anything, we just need to break the stereotype that's how we can create newness, we can bring the change.
Yeah. So you talk about how breaking stereotypes, and I can't help but ask you, how do we break the stereotypes in like clear ways? Because what does the role fashion have with moving the um, movement forward? Because I feel personally that fashion does have a lot of power in
Yes, yes,
freeing
yes,
people's
yes, very true,
self-expression.
very true. So so this is taking me to my class only, when I asked my student, in my first class, I asked my student, what is fashion for you? I asked my student, everyone, and they reply, I like fashion because I can express myself. Fashion is being myself and this and that. So I would say fashion is the self-expression.
Hmm.
But what are we doing?
Hmm.
We are not creating fashion. I mean, we
Hmm.
don't express ourselves through fashion because we cannot
Hmm.
express ourselves through fashion because we are bound between the stereotypes, you know.
Hmm.
So I would
Hmm.
say, अगर fashion एक expression है, then why are we forced? Why are we
Hmm.
forced to have a hairstyle that I don't want? Why am
Hmm.
I forced to have a beard or style of beard or a clean shave that I don't want? Why am I forced to do a fashion where I have to wear a shirt? Why can't I wear a dress? Because I feel a dress is more fashionable according to my body and my feeling. So fashion is bringing a lot of change. It's a revolution. Because
Hmm.
fashion का ये मत guys, I want to tell you, fashion का मतलब ये नहीं है कि fashion show. फैशन का मतलब फैशन शो नहीं है. Anything
Hmm.
that we do, our hairstyle, our eyebrow, and some people also change their eye color. Even if you have, these specs, frame का design क्या पहनोगे, that is also fashion. The kind of print that you want to wear, print or solid or stripe, anything, that is also fashion. तो फैशन का मतलब सेल्फ एक्सप्रेशन है. अगर हम सब लोग अपने मन से अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करते रहेंगे तो चेंज आएगा ही. But we are not doing it. We are
Yeah.
following, the media blindly, कि
Yeah.
Instagram पे सब लोगों की बॉडी दिख रही है तो हम बॉडी बना लेते हैं.
हाँ.
And सब लोग ये चीज ट्रेंड में है. We follow trend. These लोग follow trend blindly. कि ये
Yeah.
इसी के ट्रेंड में है. कि this shirt is in trend and this is this. So we are not doing fashion because fashion is self-expression. We
Yeah.
are doing costume design.
That's true.
I
That's true.
I'm saying we are doing costume design because we are being the character the society wants us to be. So we are not doing fashion. We are doing costume. We are wearing
Yeah.
costume. We are, and because of this, people are living in two parts. They are living in duality. एक तो inner self जो फैशन करना चाहता है, एक दूसरा self है, I mean the outer self, जो वो कॉस्ट्यूम पहनता है कि ओह ऐसे से बाल कर दो, I will look masculine, and लोग मुझे कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे, that you are queer or anything. But I'm not afraid of that.
Hmm. So you're saying that we need to make fashion our own now. It's not
Yes,
just
yes,
about accepting what trends are, but we need to take a moment and think about what trend we want to make and make that and
yes,
a statement. So that's one way of breaking stereotypes. And you linked inner self with the outer self, and self-expression in the form of what you wear. I personally believe that because this is an LGBTQ space, it does not mean that we don't have common problems with people who are cis hetero. And
yeah, yeah. I totally agree.
just taking an example of any girl, because in India there is this tendency for other people, your parents, your boyfriends, your partners, telling girls especially that आप ये नहीं पहन सकते हो,
Yes.
and they just wonder कि क्यों पहनना है, what is the big deal about fighting
Yes.
for wearing a crop top, क्या फर्क पड़ता है अगर
Yes.
नहीं पहनोगे। तो आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ फर्क पड़ता है, एंड इंटरनली कुछ फर्क पड़ता है, व्हाट इज दैट, कि लोगों को क्यों नहीं समझ आता कि what you put on your body is much more than just a piece of clothing or article.
Yeah. Yeah. And in simple words, I would say clothing is our skin. If you are not
Yeah.
in your skin, how can you feel comfortable?
Yeah. And what do you think that does to the psychology of a person जिसको कोई अगला कह रहा है कि तुम ये कर सकते हो और नहीं कर सकते हो, या ये पहन सकते हो या नहीं पहन सकते हो, क्योंकि जो आप पहन रहे हो एक बहुत ही पर्सनल चीज है, और when somebody tells you you can't, it's sort of belittling the person कि अच्छा तुमको खुद इतनी समझ नहीं है कि तुम्हें क्या पहनना है। जैसे लड़कियों को कहा जाता है कि तुम्हें नहीं पता दूसरे कैसे
Yes.
सोचते हैं,
Yes.
but that's not true. Girls know how to take care of themselves.
Yes. Yes, they know. So I would like to say, like I give my example because I can, connect with myself, So right now I am wearing all this, because I wanted to wear this. And right, and if अगर मैं शर्ट पहन के बैठ जाता, तो मुझे इतना फ्री नहीं लगता. I wouldn't be this confident, अभी I am
Yeah.
very confident, बहुत confident हूँ. वो पहन के मुझे uncomfortable लगता, and I don't want, I mean, being myself on my body, I don't want anything that makes me uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
I want comfort. Comfort is first. ये अगर हम
Yeah.
पैशन की भी बात करें, तो पैशन का सबसे पहला जो प्रिंसिपल है, दैट इज कंफर्ट. कि सारे
Right.
लोग कंफर्टेबल हो, राइट काइंड ऑफ फैब्रिक, राइट काइंड ऑफ फिट भी सही हो. सो आई मीन पीपल हैव देयर ओन चॉइसेस. और अगर वो आप फोर्सफुली कुछ पहनाओगे उनको, तो कंफर्टेबल फील नहीं होंगे. आई गिव यू वन मोर
हाँ.
एग्जांपल. लाइक आवर पेरेंट्स, हम हमारे जो पेरेंट्स है, दे वर इन another generation, अलग तरीके से वो लोग बड़े हुए हैं, And if I am taking my parents to, let's say, my convocation at my college, so I cannot force कि, कि आप लोग तो फैशन कॉलेज में जा रहे हो, आपको ये पहनना चाहिए, ये पहनो. How can I force them? How can I tell them? Say, no, mom, you always wear student sarees and you should wear a crop top. How can I make them feel uncomfortable? I mean, so अगर हमको ये पता लगाना है कि कैसा फील होता होगा लोगों को, let's take our parents, अगर मैं अपने अपने like my dad, he wears kurtas, कुर्ता पहन लेते हैं, कुर्ता पजामा, and he doesn't wear suit, three pieces and things like that, अगर मैं उनको जबरदस्ती पहनाऊंगा, he wouldn't be comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable होंगे ही नहीं. So comfort is very very important because comfort can give us confidence. अगर हम लोग कॉन्फिडेंट ही रहेंगे, सब कुछ खराब हो जाएगा. This will affect our mental health. Suffocated
Yeah.
फील करेंगे हम लोग. We would feel very very suffocated. और ये लगेगा, what is this life? I mean, in this life, if I cannot do what I want to, I mean, clothing is a basic necessity, रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान, तीन चीजें जो हमारी बेसिक है. कपड़ा तो इनमें से एक चीज है. अगर वही अपनी पसंद से नहीं पहने तो क्या किया?
Yeah. and
We
लाइफ
have,
में वैसे भी कितनी फ्रीडम मिलती है, और ये एक छोटी चीज है जहाँ पे कई बार आप अपनी पर्सनल चॉइस यूज कर सकते हो, एंड उसी पे इफ यू कर्ब इट देन यू हैव वेरी लिटिल फ्रीडम लेफ्ट.
yes.
सो व्हाट वुड यू से टू पीपल हु, जैसे कुछ लोगों के पेरेंट्स हैं या पार्टनर्स हैं, वो कहते हैं कि आई डोंट हैव अ प्रॉब्लम, तुम्हें घर पे जो पहनना है पहनो, पर बाहर लोग देखेंगे या लोग कहेंगे या फिर तुम सेफ नहीं होगे. डू यू थिंक दीज आर जस्ट एक्सक्यूजेस बिकॉज दे आर अनकंफर्टेबल, और क्या ये जनरल कंसर्न है? व्हाट वुड यू से टू
I think
पीपल?
I would say I will agree to both the things actually. It is also for sure because of the concern. This is true. But some people also forcefully say it because of their own mentality, I mean, but I know, I mean, educated people, anyone who is, I believe, who is more than 18 or 17, 18, or let's say 20 years old, more than 20. Any female, girl, they know where, I mean, because they grow up, girls, female grow up like this, they are very sensitive. They know what to wear, they know people, they know the kind of stare that they get from people.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
understand the touch, the way people
yeah,
touch them. They
yes,
understand everything. So, I
exactly.
know they know everything, बट आई वुड से जो ये दिमाग में बैठ गया है ना वो इसलिए भी है बिकॉज ऑफ द मीडिया अगेन मीडिया मीडिया में हम
Hmm.
यही सब चीजें दिखाई जाती है एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो हैपनिंग इन रियल इतने सारे रेप केसेस है मर्डर केसेस
Hmm.
है तो इसलिए भी लोग बोलते हैं कि कोई कुछ ना कहे आई मीन देर आर ऑल्सो पीपल हु आर लाइक एसिड विक्टिम्स तो सब लोग ये
Yeah.
भी चाहते हैं आउट ऑफ कंसर्न पीपल ऑल्सो वांट कि सब सेफ रहे और ये भी चाहते हैं आई मीन के वल्गर ना लगे लेकिन इसके
Hmm.
साथ I mean, we should also consider the kind of place. And I know, all boys or girls, they know, at what place they can wear what, they know what to
Yeah.
wear at, where and what. So
Right.
they
Right.
know, yeah. But I would say, we should also, as wearer, the wearer of the clothing, we should also understand, maybe we are the one who are making mistakes, but we should also make them understand. I mean, they cannot just say, I can wear a crop top. I would say, come on, I'm whatever. Let's say I am a student, and in my college, there are a lot of people like that. So there's no need to worry. I'm not going in between these people, जो ऐसे घूरेंगे, because it's very normal there. It's very
Yeah.
common there. So
Yeah.
me as a person, I also have to tell, these people who are concerned कि मैं
Yeah.
ऐसी जगह पे नहीं जा रहा हूँ जहाँ पे ये चीज
हाँ.
अजीब लगेगी.
हाँ.
I mean,
हाँ.
a modesty and vulgarity. There is a
Yeah.
very thin line that we all know. तो हम लोगों
Yeah.
को पता ही होगा. So I
हाँ.
would say we should, try to make them understand
Hmm.
कि हम क्या सोच रहे हैं and they can also contribute कि उन लोगों को क्या लग रहा है but talking I mean having a conversation is always good.
True, true. That's a very important point. I think first was being self-accepting, and the second is to make an effort to make those around you understand.
Yes,
And आपने ये चीज बोली कि people know what other person's gaze feels like
yes,
and what
yes,
somebody's touch feels like. So हर किसी को वो इतनी समझ है कि they know somebody who's grown up in Delhi or who's lived in Delhi. I think they are very good at keeping
yes,
themselves safe और उनको पता है. They don't
yes,
need
yes.
to be told. So I don't know why people feel like there is this tendency, especially with when it comes to men and women or older and younger, जब ऐसा dynamic होता है तो there's this tendency कि मैं इसको बता दूं, मैं इसको protect कर दूं, but ये
Yes,
understanding
yes,
नहीं कि they can protect themselves to an extent.
yes,
And
yes,
I
yes.
also wanted to ask कि safety का इशू आ जाता है तो उसमें क्लोथ्स का कुछ मैटर करता है क्योंकि वी नो ऑफ rape stories where women are wearing burqas
Oh
and
my
old
God.
women and etc. Because isn't safety के और भी तो तरीके हैं जैसे more security, creating safer spaces, then telling women or people कि ये मत पहनो या इस टाइम पे मत जाओ. I think कौन सा अप्रोच ज्यादा सही रहेगा? What are
I
some
would
other things
say,
we can do for a safe
I would
space?
say, I would say, this is crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
even if I go naked, nobody has
yeah,
right to rape me
yeah,
or anyone. I mean, this is, I would say, the system that we have created. Like
yeah,
we do not talk about sex education.
yeah,
We don't even at schools, like ninth class reproduction chapter. We don't talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
True.
and other than that, I would also like to say, education in the primary school.
Hmm.
I think government should, take a very good care because that is the time when we can actually sensitize people.
Yeah.
चोरी करना, मर्डर करना,
Hmm.
या रेप करना, या किसी लोगों को परेशान
Hmm.
करना. अगर
Hmm.
बचपन से ही हम ऐसा बनाएंगे लोगों को,
Hmm.
बच्चों को,
Hmm.
then they will grow up as a good human, good
Hmm.
citizens. तो
Hmm.
मुझे तो यही लगता है कि आई वुड से कि क्लोथिंग का कोई रोल है इसमें,
Hmm.
खुद की सेफ्टी
Hmm.
के लिए.
Hmm.
Because I mean, why are we so concerned about our own safety when we can
Hmm.
educate people?
Yeah.
So,
Right. Right.
education को ही बोलूँगा. I'm also saying it because I know a few people. They are teachers.
Hmm.
They are teachers, and I have seen them how they react. How
Hmm.
they even if I mean they use all these they don't use a good vocabulary in front of the students.
Hmm.
I have seen people, even the gestures, like ऐसे करके students के सामने, kids के
Hmm.
सामने, I have seen such people. तो उनको देख के मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि you are the one who can be a very good influence for the kids and you are
Hmm.
the one who is doing it. So मुझे यही लगता है कि घर में और स्कूल में दोनों जगह है ना बच्चों को sensitize करना चाहिए.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
mean, if let's all these serials like Game of Thrones या दूसरे जो series है and a lot of movies as well, उसमें तो पूरे न्यूड दिखा देते हैं लोगों को, एक्टर्स को, you know.
Hmm.
तो किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, these are family dramas. पर हमारे यहाँ पे
Hmm.
दिखा देंगे तो वो तो सेंसर हो जाएगा दिखाने से पहले ही. एंड इवन
हाँ.
इफ वी आर लुकिंग एट सारे लोग एक साथ बैठ के तो ना उसको अच्छा कंसीडर नहीं किया जाएगा.
Yeah.
We should consider body as body. तो मुझे
Right,
तो यही
because
लगता है
हमारे
कि या
आसपास जो there's so much nakedness around us. Animals कपड़े
यस
नहीं पहनते. They're naked and
हाँ
there are female animals, right? Sex is a
या
part of animal life. How come
या
वहाँ crime नहीं होता है और यहाँ crime होता है and humans are expected to be
या
clothed in a
या
certain way. So
तो जो
nakedness
क्रिमिनल
is very natural.
या एंड क्रिमिनल्स जो है क्रिमिनल्स उनको जरूरत है एक रिहैब की और मे बी अ साइकोलॉजिस्ट की.
हाँ.
you know
हाँ.
I mean even if we roam around naked, it's our life. किसी को
Yeah.
इतनी चिंता, I mean they cannot rape but they can give clothing. Even that is
Yeah.
a choice. you know
Yeah.
they can just अगर उनको लग रहा है कि अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है या कुछ, they can just say it. I mean they do not get the permission to do
Hmm.
whatever they want to do,
Hmm.
or they can ignore.
Hmm.
I'm just saying giving clothes. I mean I'm just saying if I am naked, it's my
Hmm.
choice. So
Hmm.
I mean there are two kind of mindset. एक इंसान ये
Hmm.
सोचेगा ओ इसको कपड़े दे देते हैं,
Hmm.
और दूसरा सोचेगा ओ like that.
Hmm. True, that's true. Um, so, do you think fashion has a role in defining genders, or does it break gender binary? Is fashion binary or non-binary?
Fashion is non-binary.
Okay, and how?
Like there is this fashion term that is called androgynous.
Hmm. Yeah.
Androgynous is the next thing of a lot of things altogether. We can
Hmm.
say androgynous. We can also say anarmorphism. Androgynous and enormous. Yes. Wait.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
correct it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
Enormous.
androgyny.
So
Androgyny is a word which is basically used for gender fluid clothing, etc.
Yeah,
And
actually, androgynous is not for gender fluidity. Actually,
right,
androgynous is the integration of more elements. So it is
right.
never. I mean, because our society consider male and female different gender, and when we
Hmm.
do something androgynous, तो उसमें कुछ वो वाले part आ जाते हैं which are considered as like masculine, which are considered as feminine. इसलिए उसको
Hmm.
androgynous बोल देते हैं. But androgynous is very free.
Yeah.
Even all these gods, Ganesha is also androgynous,
Hmm.
human, and then there is animal.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that is
Right.
also androgynous. So androgynous का मतलब कपड़े नहीं है.
हाँ.
Androgynous
More
is the
than one
integration
element.
of and integrations of a lot of elements altogether.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ganesha
So.
है हमारे, even the a mermaid. Mermaid is also androgynous.
Hmm.
And even all
Hmm.
these creatures that we see, let's say Sherawalima, चार हाथ,
हाँ.
that is also
हाँ.
androgynous. हमारे
Androgyny.
सारे गोल तो androgynous है.
हाँ.
Actually,
So
androgynous is,
that's a
I just
you.
want to say, androgynous का मतलब अर्धनारीश्वर नहीं है.
हाँ.
Ardhanarishwar, I'm saying that, Purush and Sri. Androgynous का मतलब है integration.
True.
So
True.
all are, Hindu mythology or any mythology. सारे
Yeah.
सब कितने सारे androgynous creatures पहले ही है.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
this, I would say, this was always there. पता नहीं किसने शुरू किया stereotype, I don't know, but done a very bad job.
Uh-huh. True. So I learned a lovely thing. The way you put androgyny. is it's such a beautiful description कि it's an integration of multiple elements because actually उस हिसाब से all humans are an integration of
Yes,
multiple elements, right?
yes,
So we're all androgynous to begin with, I feel. क्योंकि
yes,
एक
yes,
इंसान उसको शायद पिंक पसंद हो but at the same time उसको शायद black भी पसंद हो and we like more than one things. It's not
yes,
always that
yes,
we like a certain. So we're
yes,
we're
yes.
in element we're in integration of elements as well. So can we say that all of us are androgynous
We
in
all
some
are,
way?
we all are. Yes, we are. And this integration of a lot of things also takes me to Bohemian. Bohemian
Yeah.
culture, Bohemian clothing. You can wear anything. You can have tattoo, you can have piercing, anyone, guys, girls, they can wear similar clothing.
Hmm. Yeah.
So Bohemian is very free, like, very very hippie,
Yeah.
So Bohemian is
Yeah.
also very, I mean, mixture of a lot of things. And if
Yeah.
you see in Bohemian, the clothing, the
Yeah.
silhouette, the kind of
Yeah.
shape are not much different from each other. A
Yeah.
boy and girl, they can wear similar kind of clothing.
Huh. So, why does so we have a question in the comments section. Why is it that when you go to a fashion store, you still divide man and woman? Do you think there'll come a time जब ऐसा कोई distinction नहीं होगा and it'll just be one space for all?
First of all, I would like to clear कि अलग-अलग क्यों होता है. That
Hmm.
it is, different sections because of the measurement.
Hmm. Right.
Measurement. Because a
Yeah.
male anatomy is different, a woman's
Yeah.
anatomy is different. So
Yeah.
because of the anatomy, they have divided it into sections. But
Yeah.
any kind of print, any kind of the fabric and print or any kind of detailing, anyone can wear anything. But they divide the section because of the measurement. But
So do
there
you?
are a few brands who are coming up with with non-binary clothing that you
Right.
can go, you can have any kind of thing. You can also order. And even now, like people like me, I go to a women's store and I pick up what fits me good. And even if
Yeah.
there are, these bust lines, darts on the bust,
Hmm.
to in women's clothing there are stitching line here that is
Yeah.
called a bust dart. Bust dart वाले
Huh.
कपड़े भी पहन लेता हूँ मैं, even though I do not have bust, but I wear it. And I was wearing it because there was no other option. I mean, there was no such option in men's clothing. वो वाला कपड़ा, वो style नहीं था, लेकिन fitting अलग थी. Fitting was according to the woman's anatomy.
Yeah.
So
True.
this there are a lot of brands
Yeah.
who are coming up with it. And there is this brand, Bohemian Sophie Studio. Sophie
Hmm.
Studio is coming up with these clothing who are blurring the lines of gender.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
are a lot of more brands like these Manish Arora. They are also creating
Hmm.
things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
there are
right.
more. And
Yeah.
even one
I
of the
think.
designer, I modeled for one of the designers. His name is Ash Deenal. Ash Deenal. So
Hmm.
they made clothing according to me, and that was lehenga. I mean, I do not wear a fake. I mean, I do not put on a fake breast, but
Hmm.
they designed my blouse according to my measurement. So
That's
there was
nice.
no need. I mean, there are people who are coming up with such clothing.
Hmm. Right. So, as a like, since you're a designer, you said fashion because of measurements. There is a distinction between man and woman. Maybe we can right now come up with some terms which are gender neutral. Like, what if there was something like a lean fit or a broad fit or a medium fit, maybe to describe
Free
sizing.
sizes. There are free sizes. There are, but I mean you can pick anything. Even today there are a lot of girls who are picking up from a menswear section. There are a lot of men who are picking up from a women's wear section. This is happening already. Even
Hmm. Hmm.
trousers and jackets and shirt and pullovers, everything.
Hmm.
Even
Hmm.
earrings to पहनते हैं लड़के लड़की
Hmm.
वाले लड़के लड़की. This is already happening, and
हाँ.
that's why brands are coming up.
हाँ. That's lovely. So I wanted to take up a little more serious question, if that's okay with you, because so
Yeah.
far our conversation has been very light and bubbly, but I feel like कुछ issues भी उठाने जरूरी है. Or you're a model as well, so you've been in the modeling industry, and because I am tall, तो मेरे को भी कई बार लोग कहते थे modeling करो ये वो, and this one model guy told me that you should do modeling because it's safer for girls, because most men that are gay, so it's safer. And
Oh my
so
God.
I just wanted to
Oh my
ask
God.
you what the scenario is, because crime can be anywhere. So I wanted to know what, not just women or men, what kind of abuse do people go through? Being, let's say, being homosexual, not just women.
No, I don't know why did he say it. I don't know. Maybe he was a homophobic person. I don't know, or maybe he had some personal experience. So I totally disagree that I because I have never heard of any such incident. I have heard
Yes.
of happening this with females, but I have not heard that happening this with males. अगर होता भी
Yes.
है तो I think सबके साथ होता होगा. They cannot
हाँ.
just blame queer men कि वो लोग ऐसा करते हैं because I don't do it. My friends we don't do it. I mean I have been abused and stalked by a lot of people, lot of men. So I
Yeah.
can say, so I have never said it, I have never put it like that कि straight लोग ऐसा करते हैं, you know. So you cannot say, I mean, we cannot say कि straight ऐसा करते हैं या queer ऐसा करते हैं. It's people who do it. We
Yeah,
cannot target the
exactly.
entire bunch, you know. So I
Yeah.
would say that is the wrong statement. Because
Yeah.
it's even in न्यूज में तो ऐसा कभी भी नहीं आया कि किसी ने ऐसा कुछ किया हो. We can hear a few gossip about Karan Johar, definitely we can hear. लेकिन हम अगर और भी लोगों की बातें सुने like Rakhi Sawant, she has been through a lot, and even got other female celebrities, female models and actors and dancers, they go through a lot. So this is not
Yeah.
only the man.
Yeah.
This is not only the
Huh.
man that they have to go through because there are a lot of queer people in the fashion industry now. I totally disagree with that.
Yeah, right, right. I feel like safety की बात आती है तो it's only looked at as a woman's issue, but it's
Yeah,
also it's also an issue for the LGBTQ community. What do you
yeah,
think are
and
the
I,
challenges faced
I
by
would
the?
all, I want to say this, because अगर बात प्यार के ऊपर आ गई, I really want to say this. Have we heard of any major rape case जो प्यार लोगों ने किसी गेम में किया है? नहीं नहीं सुना ना हमने आज तक. तो किसने की सारे रेप? स्ट्रेट लोगों ने की. किसके साथ? फीमेल्स के साथ. हाउ कैन दे से स्क्वाड? हमने तो आज तक नहीं सुना. मैंने तो आज तक नहीं सुना न्यूज में ऐसा कुछ कि किसी स्क्वाड ने या किसी गे ने किसी ऐसा कर दिया, मोलेस्ट कर दिया, कुछ कर दिया. इवन व्हेन देयर वाज दिस थिंग व्हाट वाज दैट मी टू. मी टू में भी तो इतने
Yeah.
ऐसे ऐसे ज्यादा चीजें नहीं आई. मी टू में भी क्या आया था? दैट मैन हैज मोलेस्टेड द वुमन एंड तो ऐसा तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं आया that queer are molesting. अगर ऐसा होता तो आ जाता ना. Because fashion industry is connected to everything.
Yeah.
Fashion
So
industry is
so do
connected
you
to
do
the
you as a
people.
right?
I
Sorry.
mean,
Do
I
you
want to
as a
say this
person
fact.
have saved? I'm so sorry. Go on.
Right. So I'm just saying कि fashion industry is connected to everyone. जो लोग घरों में बैठे हैं उनसे भी connected है fashion industry. जो लोग रेड कारपेट में जाते हैं, मेट गाला जैसे इवेंट में जाते हैं, आईफा अवार्ड्स और ग्रैमीज. फैशन डिजाइनर्स आर कनेक्टेड टू एवरीवन. मैं तो
Yeah.
ऐसा कोई मेजर न्यूज आज तक नहीं सुनी. मे बी दिस गाय हैड अ वेरी बैड एक्सपीरियंस. आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट.
Perhaps. Yeah, yeah, right, right. So I was just trying to tap into what are some of the issues queer people face in terms of just being themselves. Do they, because काफी backlash आता होगा. So what are some of the challenges?
चैलेंजेस एज अ क्वेयर पर्सन.
Yeah.
सबसे बड़ा ये चैलेंज ये है दैट as queer we should like me and a lot of my friends, we know that we have to face humiliation even today. We know people will disrespect, they will say things, they will call by names, a lot of names. We know it now. So this is the issue. living in a society where every second, every hour, every day, every week, month, year, every day, people can humiliate us. So this is the biggest challenge to live, to still try
Yeah.
to live with peace, with dignity, and to still try to get education. Because even, at all the educational institute, बहुत लोग चिढ़ाते हैं. तो लिविंग इज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज. हर जगह
Yeah.
तो चैलेंज की तरह ही रहते हैं ना, कि यहाँ पे कोई कुछ बोलेगा, यहाँ पे कुछ बोलेगा, रिलेटिव्स कुछ बोल देंगे, या फिर ऑफिस के लोग कुछ बोल देंगे, स्कूल के, कॉलेज के. लिविंग इज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज. एंड दैट्स व्हाई ऑल दीज पीपल, क्वेयर पीपल, they come up as a very strong person, as a very strong identity, because they know their best, that they have to do something good in their life. नहीं तो लोग जीने नहीं देंगे. Even me, if I have gained education, if I have pursued all these new colleges and school, I knew that I can use this as a weapon. If I am educated, people can just point me. यू नो तो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज तो जीना ही है क्वार के लिए. इतने सारे लोग तो सुसाइड कर लेते हैं, मर जाते हैं लोग. It's not easy to live, being a queer and living in this country, a country like India is not easy. Living is the biggest challenge. हर स्टेप पे लोग कुछ ना कुछ कहते रहते हैं every day.
Yeah, that's true. So, what is the right response to this? What is the most? Do you think peace is the way उनको समझाना चाहिए, or you should just? What is the right response?
राइट रिस्पॉन्स ये हुआ कि हमें अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करना चाहिए. Let's say if I am in my class and somebody has said a few things to me, you know, uh, somebody has called me with names. तो मैं उसको बोलूँगा, I will try to make him understand, or maybe through my teacher, or if I'm in school, मैं अपने टीचर को बोलूँगा, that this is how they are treating me.
Hmm.
But this is also taking me to one of the incident. Actually, मैंने अपनी टीचर को बोला था. When I was in ninth class, मैं अपनी साइंस टीचर को बोला था that everyone is calling me girl when I was in ninth class. But my teacher, she wasn't sensitized. उन्होंने
Hmm.
मुझे ऐसे बोल दिया कि तेरा तो जेंडर ही बदल दिया और चुपचाप अपनी सीट पे जाके बैठ जा.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they,
Not.
she could not understand. But at least I could tell her, this is how I feel. कि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता ना इसका बैठ चिढ़ाते हैं मुझसे.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
at home, मैंने घर पे भी बताया, if my cousins are saying many things, अगर वो लोग नहीं समझे तो मैं उनके पेरेंट्स को बताता हूँ that this is how they treat me. So
Hmm.
even if they make fun of me, I mean, even their parents or the teachers, but my duty is tell them how I feel. Because everyone at some point or somehow, everyone connects to pain. How we feel. So I try to tell them how painful it feels, to me to hear all this, how bad
Yes.
I feel when you humiliate me. So I express
Yes.
myself. और अगर फिर भी लोग नहीं सुनते, I express myself in a medium of art, through a poetry or performance or a photo shoot. But I expressing is important.
ट्रू. आई थिंक यू सेड समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि पेन से सब कनेक्ट करते हैं. पेन का एटलीस्ट कोई जेंडर नहीं होता, कोई कोई कास्ट नहीं होती, कोई क्लास नहीं होती. एंड स्पीकिंग अप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. चाहे इट्स देयर इज अ सेइंग बाय माया एंजेलू that when someone speaks up for themselves, they're also speaking up for everybody who's been oppressed in some way.
Yes,
So
yes, right.
it's so important for everyone to speak up. चाहे वो अपने Instagram पे अगर they are being themselves, it's changing somebody else's life in some way. Because
Yes,
अगर एक जगह मीडिया पे या सोसाइटी में एक तरह का कल्चर प्रोपोगेट करा जाता है, तो उसको डिफेंसिवली लड़ने के बजाय हम अपना पैरेलल नैरेटिव अगर क्रिएट करें और उस नॉइज को बढ़ाएं, तो आई थिंक एटलीस्ट देयर बी, इफ दिस नैरेटिव इज स्ट्रांग, देन वी हैव एन अल्टरनेटिव
yes,
नैरेटिव गोइंग एज वेल. So that's where I think speaking up is very important, and you taught us that today. I think the way you walked into this interview and made a statement, it was powerful. And from the day you spoke up to your teacher to till date, you're speaking up for the community. It's doing a lot more for everybody on earth, not just the LGBTQ community, but
Yes,
women and everyone who has been oppressed in some way by someone.
yes, yes.
Thank you for that. And so before we finish this interview, I just want a last few words from you about your journey and going forward, what is in store for you and what you want to do in the world.
So initially, I could not understand what is happening around me because inside me, I knew what is happening inside me. I knew it, but it took time to understand the surroundings. But once I have understood it, I know there's no surroundings. We create our own surroundings. So we can choose better people and we can also choose to be happy. And now I know that reason of my life, the purpose. I know I have to spread awareness. You know, like people keep calling me for talk shows. They also call me as the guest of honor or influencer at many places. So whenever I go, I make sure that I'm going being a character in makeup, in costumes, so that I can make it very common for people to see. So this is how I'm spreading the awareness. क्योंकि लोगों को जो जैसा दिखता है ना, लोग वैसा ही feel करते हैं. Like we talked about fashion. So I choose my fashion. I choose my way of expressing myself through the fashion. So I think,
Yeah.
this is what I think that I have to spread the awareness as much as I can. And
Yeah.
I know that, I do not want any other pain or any other person or any other kid to go through all the humiliation, depression, and anxiety and sadness, loneliness that I have been through.
Yeah.
So I would say कि हम सब लोगों को आपस में एक दूसरे को अवेयर करना चाहिए हर एक चीज के लिए. This is
Yeah.
not about LGBT. This is about
Yeah.
everything.
Everything. That's true. That's true. It's not just an LGBT fight. It's a fight for the oppressed. And
Yes.
like you said, आपने एक जगह hippie movement की भी बात की, which was also hippie movement was also a peaceful movement against violence, against war, and they chose peace, but their message was, a lot through their clothing, through the hippies lifestyle, etc. So a lot can be said in the form of art from clothes, and it can move a movement forward, I think.
Yes, very
So
true.
on that
I,
note, yes,
no, I want
yes.
to say one more thing. I just want to give a brief that how fashion comes. I just want to tell this, okay? Uh, okay, so what happens? Me as a designer, if I have to create something for the people. So the first step is the research. I will do the research for the entire year, पिछले साल का, कि क्या क्या हुआ पिछले साल. So COVID would be the highlight of my research. कोविड के बाद एक तो दिल्ली में किसान आंदोलन CAA and a lot of things and also Amazon fire and all these like going live online classes and and Wi-Fi and making food at home. So पूरे साल का जो जो मेजर चीजें हुई उन सबको हम एक बोर्ड पे लगाते हैं. This is what happened. New
Yeah.
technology, new in art, new in science, new in politics, things like that. We do our research. उस research के बाद we come up with a story. We
Yeah.
create a story जो सबसे related, connected है. And from the story, we decide the colors, we decide the print, and we decide the silhouette. Like अभी तुम लोगों को घर में बैठना है ना, अभी तो घर में बैठेंगे कुछ और साल तक लोग actually. And there is, I mean, for fashion, they want something very comfortable कि घर में आराम से बैठ सके. किसी को ऐसे फिटिंग वाले नहीं चाहिए कपड़े. So according to that, all the research जो हुआ, people would like, sustainable things. सब लोगों को green would be in trend, blue would be in trend, and red will go away. क्योंकि it's already a lot that we have seen, you
Yeah.
know. And so this is how fashion is decided. Fashion is
Yeah.
decided according to the psychology. जो हम लोगों ने पूरे साल सोचा, उसके according हम choose करेंगे. I want this, you know. So this is how fashion works. So,
Yeah.
and I would say, if we can do all this research. I mean, we are designers. We are already free, but we design what people will wear. We cannot force our things to people,
Yeah,
and that's why I cannot design androgynous for everyone
yeah,
because
yeah.
society will not accept it.
True.
So we are designing what will sell and what people will buy. So
That's true.
I'm just saying it, so that, I can
कि
tell that
सिर्फ
there is a lot.
makers को conscious नहीं होना, it's also people's
Yes,
choices need to be conscious.
yes,
That's
yes.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
I
And
just want to say कि please skinny jeans फिर से कभी मत बनाना. I'm very happy wearing baggy jeans. Skinny jeans are so uncomfortable. Please don't make them again.
wow.
Don't make them come
Yeah.
back.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm
Wow.
so sorry I had to cut you short because जो Instagram live है वो 1 घंटे में बंद हो जाता है and then
Yes, yes,
we
yes.
have to restart the session. So
Ah,
if that's okay, we'll end the session here.
yes, yes, it's okay. Yes. I just had to tell the process.
Yeah, that's very interesting to know कि we have a say in fashion as well. So yeah, thank you for that. And uh, I can't tell you how exciting it was for me to interact with you here. I think I'm going back with a lot more understanding and new terms and just a new way of looking at life. And it's very refreshing. And I am blown away by the statement you made, the way you walked into the interview. It was powerful, and it's going to stay with me, and it's going to stay with all our viewers. So thank you, Hiten. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. It really, really means a lot. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Thank you for the work you're doing. And so we'll wrap up here. And thank you everyone for watching. So before we finish, I just want to say that Queer Academia is inviting your artwork. If you're an artist, if you're a writer, and you have something to show the world, please go to the link in our bio and submit your work. There are prizes you can win, and also your work will be published on our pages. So thank you for that. And with that, thank you, Hiten. Please
Okay,
take
thank
care,
you.
and
Thank you.
hopefully
Bye,
we'll have a
everyone.
conversation with you again soon.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right, Hitesh.
Thank you.
Take care.